Hi everyone, this is Dao Chai. I'm at the university library right now, so if you guys hear students talking in the background, excuse them. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Let's start off with a little inspiration. So there are no limits, there are only plateaus, and you must stay there. You must go beyond them. Bruce Lee, okay? Okay, so fixed asset accounting. So asset accounting in SAP system provides the meaning for managing and monitoring fixed asset. Asset accounting is a subsystem of financial accounting. You can use asset reports to provide detailed information about the actual transaction, current balance, and future planned asset value. Asset accounting is integrated with other components outside financial accounting. For example, when asset is purchased or produced in-house, you can directly post the invoice receipt, goods receipt, or withdrawn from the warehouse to asset in the asset accounting component. All actual asset transaction updates the universal journal directly on the individual asset level. Okay, so the asset accounting function in the system covers the entire life cycle of the asset, from the purchase order or initial acquisition, right? Which can also be AUC settlement to the final asset. Okay, so that's asset under construction, all the way to the asset retirement. The system calculates most of the value for depreciation, interest, and other purpose between these 2 points in time automatically. So this transaction information and simulation of the future value can be accessed using standard reports, either on the individual asset level or from multiple assets at the same time. Okay, so right here, so each country has a specific accounting rule for asset accounting. So for this reason, the SAP system comes with a basic configuration for all countries in accordance with local principle. And the figure shows the default detail right here. So this one is just showing Germany. So most fields are changeable to accommodate for rules change or specific cases for specific customers. Okay, so let's look at the chart of depreciation, right? So a chart of depreciation is a directory of depreciation areas arranged according to business requirements. So it's used to organize legal requirements for the depreciation and values of the asset. So each chart of depreciation contains the rules for the evaluation of assets valid in a specific country, or economic area. Usually, you would create one chart of depreciation for all company codes of a country. So right here, you determine the type of valuation for which you need the different depreciation area in accordance to the needs of your customer before you implement asset accounting. To define a chart of depreciation as shown here, you generally copy a template right from the chart of depreciation. So one, deliver through the SAP best practice package, or from the standard template defined per country in the client. Okay, so that's client 000. So you can modify or delete any depreciation area copied over the standard chart of depreciation, so that aren't needed. So after you copy the chart of depreciation, you need to update the depreciation, so look at 2. And then because the depreciation of the chart you copy is probably not the one you want. Okay, so right here, the chart of depreciation essentially becomes active when it's assigned to a company code. So for each company code that uses asset accounting is assigned to a chart of depreciation. So as shown in this figure, each asset creates is assigned to the company code and inherits the valuation setting configured in the chart of depreciation through the company code. Okay, so this is the depreciation area. You use the depreciation area to calculate the value of the fixed asset, according to the different accounting principle or the other separate valuation purpose. You manage the depreciation term and value necessary for valuation in the depreciation area as to each asset. So as shown in this figure, a depreciation area can serve to update the general ledger through the posting accounting or to calculate statistical value for reporting purposes. So a chart of depreciation can have up to 99 depreciation area. Okay. So right here in the SAP system, you create a depreciation area for each additional currency type maintained on the ledger, right? Company code level, so that the value are available in all relevant currency. And then the depreciation area identified by 2-digit numeric keys. So you should assign meaningful descriptions to the area. So each depreciation area must be assigned to the according accounting principle, and through the accounting principle to a ledger group. Okay. So right here we're going to look at the configuration. Right, so for each depreciation area, you can access the detail screen to configure the setting further. Okay, so here's that figure, and then let's look at real depreciation area. Okay, so for a real depreciation area value, I normally committed to the database. When you don't select this checkbox, the depreciation area is a derived area, meaning its value are based on values of other areas. Okay, so now let's look at areas does not pass. This is for areas you create purely for reporting purpose, such as areas for other currency. And then you got areas posted in real time. When using a ledger approach to parallel valuation, this is a standard setting for depreciation area that pass through acquisition and production costs. Okay, APC. And depreciation to general ledger, so which the accounting approach to the parallel valuation. So only one area has the real time setting, and that's for technical reasons only. Okay, so area posting depreciation area only. So this area that don't post do production cost value, but only post depreciation. So the most common such area is one that is used for cost controlling valuation. And then you got area post APC, immediately depreciation periodically. So this is used when using the accounts approach for all areas that post both types of values to the general ledger minus the one that is set in posting real time. And then you got value maintenance. These contain various rules that define what kind of value are allowed for various valuation. Okay, so here's a quick look at it again. So quick tip, depreciation is always posted periodically. There is no such thing as real-time depreciation posting because it's a periodic activity. Okay, and then on the other hand, the calculation of depreciation is always in real time. Okay, so it's performed when any changes affects the value and useful life of an asset. And then derived depreciation. So this area are usually areas from which the value of a calculation combining values of two or more other areas, so adding or subtracting values for each. So right here in this figure, there are commonly delta areas, which gives us an immediate view of a difference between two variations. And then quick tip, derived areas would common in SAP, right? The old ERP system, because they required for handling parallel assets accounting with ledgers before the introduction. But then we got we got updates to the new asset accounting in the 6.0 and AHP 7. Okay, thanks guys. There's going to be a whole lot on asset accounting right now, so I'm just trying to break it down by groups. Okay, thanks.